Okay, well, good morning, and of course, I guess everybody know me. My name is Huy. I am, long story short, how I met Amanda. She invited me over for some sushi and she showed me this thing. It's called EXP a couple of years ago, right? And I told her I'm in, right? Everybody was so scared. I don't know what I'm doing. Nobody know what's going on. But long story short, look at us now, right? Amanda, how big is your group now?
We have right at 900 people, which is just unbelievable.
Holy moly, can you believe it? So not only, EXP, they give you the opportunity to produce, and by the way, Amanda, congratulations on being a #1 team in the world, right? Not only that, they actually give us the opportunity to generate, what I say, leverage income. Because I believe that, we, of course, everybody loves real estate, right? But I want to have an option, just in case, there's something happen, I cannot sell real estate anymore, or, I want to scale back on my production. So that way, I can spend more time with my kid or have more other priority in life. We can totally do that. With any other brokerage, the only thing that you can do is keep selling houses, right? But over here, we have another opportunity. Hey, Jeff, hop in. We need you.
What's up?
What's up, Jeff? Hop in. We're gonna do a mastermind on building your list today, so I definitely need your feedback.
All
Come
right.
on,
I'll
all
jump
right.
on my laptop.
He has a pretty cool list. Like he's got some hitters on his list. Awesome.
See, that's perfect. Yeah. So, but my goal is that it's not to make this just like when you work out, right? You don't work out 8 hours a day and then takes the other 6 days off and expecting result. Same thing with agent attraction. I believe that this is something that you do a little bit of every day, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. It's totally up to you on how much time and effort you want to put on to the agent attraction business. But little thing, add up just like magic. And the stuff that I'm going to share with you today, the 6 step on how to build your revenue share business. I want to really show everybody that, this, it's not rocket science, right? It's just small, consistent step that you took every single day. Maybe before you hit your day, get up half an hour earlier and start on, building your list, building your future, right? This is a 6-step classes, and today we're gonna focus on one of the fundamental in the business. Just like buyer and seller, you have your list for buyer, you have your list for seller. If there's no list, then there's nothing that me or Amanda can do to help you, right? Number one, you need to learn how to build a list, right? The bigger is your list, the bigger is your chance to success at the agent attraction business. Right? We are networker, guys. We need some people to talk to. So if you have no people to talk to, there's no amount, there's no script that is going to work if we have no people to talk to. So number one, build a list. Amanda, anything to add?
No, I love that. When I talk to people about production, what you learn in agent attraction, you can use in production. They'll say, "Oh, I want to work with 10 buyers." And I'm like, "Well, where are they coming from and what type of people are they?" And so it's really important that you're super specific on who you want to work with and have them on. I know it sounds creepy. I have a hit list on my phone of like exactly who I want to be business partners with. And so this is the first step that everybody goes, yeah, I'll do it. But actually do that and go, hey, Huy, hey, Amanda, hey, Amy, how can you help me get an appointment with these people? So thank you, Huy, for organizing this. This is so important.
Yeah. So let's just jump straight in, right? So first of all, I would say, let me see. I'm actually going to go to my note here. We just go to why building your list is so important, because, if we don't have any list, nobody can help you and you're going to have nobody to talk to. And then one of the fundamental thing that I would like to cover is that, the ability to ask questions, right? You have to be curious about other people's business. So ask a lot of questions, and what we're going to look for is not to invite, it's not to make them join EXP, to be honest with you. You need to look for the pain, the suffering, or there's a way for you that, that you can figure out, if there's an opportunity, there's a design, their goal, that is really the goal of the list, right? So I call my list, later on I'm going to share, I call them the future EXP icon agent, right? Because I really want to help this, these people is on my list, right? So it's not like, you have to set your mindset right first. In production, we have this term called commission bread, right? If the buyer and the seller, they smell that all you care about is commission, they're gonna run away from you. Same thing in agent attraction. If the agent that you talk to, if all they see is that you trying to get them over, so that way you can grab some revenue share for your quote unquote downline, and then they're gonna run away from you. So number one, give value, right? What is some of the way that we can give value? Let me try to pick someone here. Jeff.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Jeff? How do you give value to people? Give me one example. How do you help the other agent?
Oh, agents. Well, at Team Legacy, I'm an open book, right? So whatever I've done, I'll tell you guys how to do it. So it really depends on what they're looking for. If they join to take advantage of the residual income, I'll tell them how I build. But if they join because they want to double their business from 2 million to 4 million, I'll help them do that. So I'm kind of I'll give any value that someone's looking for if they're on, Team Legacy here at EXP for sure.
What's so special is I'm looking through like the people who are on this meeting, and I'm like, I remember meeting Mai. I remember like meeting Craig and hearing his story. Diane, I remember going, to a friend's house, like sitting down and talking to you about your life and your vision. I see Patrina on here. And so everyone's value is going to be different. It's really like, those are real people on the other end of it. And it's so cool to sit down and see the people on the list. Like we've had some really intimate meetings and you learn what's important to them. And like you said, Hui, like their pain points of what they need.
Yeah. So let's jump right down, right? What is some of the way for you to build your list? So one of my favorite is actually not going directly after the agent, but is to actually go to our list of vendor, right? So successful title company, successful vendor. I don't know what it is, but Amanda and Jeff, maybe you experience this, but when real estate agent, when they have problem, they don't usually, talk to another agent, right? But they will talk to their lender. They will talk to the title company, right? They will talk to, maybe a contractor that they work with, why they are not really happy with their brokers right now. So it is your job to keep reminding, your vendor, especially the people that you do business with in the long term. They have to they have to be on the lookout for you. So successful title company, the one that you the one that you run the business with, successful lender, a lot of us here, we have a preferred lender. Always remind your lender to be on the lookout for you, right? Because if you don't remind them, they will not remember, right? I usually joke with everybody, if you don't remind your mom that you're in real estate, she's gonna forget about it. So always make it a habit and a fun and I would say non-invasive way to remind all the vendor that you work with, like, hey, on top of buyer and seller, I'm always looking for really awesome team member that looking, to join and expand my team. If you know of anybody, you would you be pleased to introduce them to me? And I'm not sure if Jamie is on the line right here, so I actually don't know Jamie directly, but I close a lot of business with Don, and one day, Don just reached out to me because I had been reminding Don that, hey, Don, I'm always looking for expanding my team, right? I use her office to do, to do my EXP expand. And she just, casually, sent out a three-way text like, hey, Jamie, please meet Hui, right? And Hui, Jamie is a really good agent at Keller W, but he is not very happy with the split over there right now. I heard that your company have a really good split. Would you be able to help Jamie out? So if your lender can say that instead of you, if your title company can say that instead of you, your rate of closing is going to be increased by tenfold. Yeah. Amanda and Jeff, do you have any success story? And everybody, I want this to be a conversation. If you have any success story by attracting an agent, from a third party vendor, please mute your mic and share your story.
Yeah. So Mickey Patel is a pretty big leader. Him and Jacob owned a brokerage, and he was just telling his lender about how the struggles of owning a brokerage and everything like that. And she actually introduced us to Mickey and Jacob maybe 3 years ago and said, talk to them, it looks like they have a big, large team, but they don't have any of these issues that you guys are saying about your overhead and things like that. They're kind of doing the same thing you are doing with, a lot less liability and overhead. You should just chat with them. And so we didn't reach out to their lender reached out to us, introduced us, and then they ended up joining us. And now he's one of our biggest leaders. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I would use the term advocate, if you look up the definition of advocate is some people, who's always, trust your business, do business with you and always promoting you, right? So everybody is going to have your advocate, so look for those people and then lean on them, ask them for help, and you're going to be surprised, what is the result that you're going to get from your advocate. But don't assume that, they always remember, right? This is our job to constantly, remind people. People get distracted all the time. It is just our job, to casually reminding them what are we looking for, because if you don't, they cannot think what we are thinking. So, always communicate what you need, ask for help, and then, lean on your advocate. So for me, that is, number one, the most success way of attracting the right people into your circle. Yeah, moving on, in-person classes, in-person event, we cannot do that in COVID, but my God, if you just look on Eventbrite right now, there's a master class going on this week, I believe. There's all kinds of real estate event, that you can actually go in and just have a casual conversation with people. I actually want to bring on, let me see, I'm not sure if she's on here. One of the Asian in my group, chị Mai, she is so good, oh, Mai is here. Hi, Mai, how you doing? I'm not sure if she can speak. Yeah.
This is May, but if Mai cannot speak, I can speak for her in case she is in the middle of something.
Yeah, because she's just really good with event and networking. So May or Mai, you can just speak a little bit about about this fact of how your group is able to grow so much by just event and classes.
Yeah, I would love to share the story that we have with Mai. We know each other for almost 3 years now, and Mai has been with Remax for 5 years ish, and I'm always looking up for her to with her real estate, and she is good, beautiful inside and out. So of course, I would love to invite her over, but never have like a really good chance to invite until when Kai and his group was hosting the event for Tai Chuang training, and I'll just casually think that for somebody that really want to build in production and their real estate career, Tai Chuang is training gonna be perfect because he's really good at building production. So I sent her an invite, and beautifully she was able to join us at the training, and after that I think it's opened up a gate that she never think about. So she loved the event, and at that point I believe that that's when she might seriously think about open her heart to EXP and thinking about joining, because from what she learned from Tai Chuang's training is really helpful. It's something that missing out that she's been looking for.
Yep. Yeah, so wow, May, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, so there's two kind of event, right? There's a lot of non-EXP event that you can just go out, casual connect with people, learn about their goal, learn about their aspiration, learn about what they are looking for in their business, right? Learn about, hey, what is your goal next year? What are you looking to do next year, right? What is some of the thing right now that you think I can help you with? And then you go to those events, you build relationship with people, and then you bring them into one of the event that we are hosted. So if you go to Team Legacy Facebook group right now, man, Jeff got a lineup of event for us to do on November and December, and it's so fun, it's so productive, and event is just a way think of it like when you test drive a car, right? If event is just one of the way for you, for people to kind of test drive our group, to test drive our culture. And the moment, you know, just like when you sit on a car that you love, the moment that you test drive a car that you love, you cannot never stop thinking about it. You know, so think of event is that way. Later on in the class, we're gonna have some training that related specifically to event. But just remember, event is one of the most important thing that we can do as far as Asian attraction business. You know, we move from event to event, you know, to let people to see our culture, test drive us, and that way, you know, they understand more about, you know, our culture, right? Rather than just talk about stock and the rev share. That is really what we want to sell. Speaking of event, Jeff, you have your holiday December event coming up on December 15th.
I do. So December 15th is the holiday party. We're going to have some awards for the capping agents, the icon agents, the big producing teams and agents, and then also the
wow.
The people that have made agent attraction a part of their business. We're going to recognize them too. Drinks, light drinks, and food, and just kind of hang out. It's either going to be at my club or Amanda, what's that Houston Heights called?
The Heights Villa. We haven't picked it yet.
The Heights Villa or the car club. We're still kind of working out some details on that. But yeah, December 15th, we locked in the date. I think that's a Thursday. So I mean, really.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, so more detail on that, you know. So, you know, event is just some of the actually event is one of the way for me to grow my to grow the group up so big, right? Especially when we talk about mega event with Tony Robbins. If you can just rally people there, you know, Tony Robbins is gonna do the heavy lifting for you, right? Jeff is gonna do the heavy lifting for you. I will do the heavy lifting for you if you can just bring people to event. Yeah, but anyway, more on event later. Just moving down, you know, I really want to focus on the sphere of influence, because if you think about it, there's so many ways that you can expand your sphere of influence, right? And one of the bullet points is that, you know, all of us here, you know, we produce, right? There's so many icon agents, there's so many Kappa in the group, you know, the agent that you close a deal with, you know, they are just a perfect person to talk to, because you run to escrow you run to escrow with them, you run to the, you know, you run to the up and down in the transaction in the transaction with the other escrow. You know, during escrow or after escrow, you know, it's very casual to start a conversation about, you know, how to run their business and how you can, you know, how you can help them with a certain stuff they're looking for. Does anybody how to run the report on the MOS, you know, to show, you know, just to pull up all the agents that you've been working with? If not, I can just, you know, use it real quick, show everybody real quick. Oops. Yeah, so I think you can, you know, of course you should remember the agent that you close a deal with, but if not, you know, if you're using Matrix, or if you, you know, or I believe that in other state, there's going to be some similar system to this, right? You can just pull up, you know, let's say I want to look at all my deal that I closed, you know, in the past 2 years.
Oh, do mine.
And oh yeah, what is your list of sale agent ID?
Do JDW RS.
JDW RS
T. There's a T on the end.
JDW. Okay, RST. This one?
Yeah,
oh, damn. See?
Sold? I don't think you did sold.
Yeah, I did so, but you know, this is only for single family. You have a lot of other stuff that is, you know, yeah. But you know, sometimes HAI is not correct, you know, but this is gonna give you, let's say for Jeff, right? If you're gonna pull Jeff up, man, you know, he closed so many deals, and it's just so easy to reach out to these agents like, hey, Framing, you know, this is Jeff, you know, I closed a deal with you on Anato, right? You know, we went to hell together, but I just want to connect with you. How's business, right? And then just start a conversation that way.
Yeah, and if you haven't closed any deals, pull up mine and tell me and say, hey, Feynman, Jeff said you did a really good job on that Aneto Lane closing. He wanted me to reach out to you and talk to you about your business, right? So just change up this a little bit, right?
See, Yes.
MLS is so powerful. You can even pull up listings or people who are selling houses in your subdivision and say, I make it a point to know the rock stars in my area. How have we not met yet?
I love that. Yeah. But yeah, just so moving on with the sphere of influence. Anything you want to add, Jeff and Amanda, and anybody with a really cool, with a cool story? You know, how you attract an agent during with your sphere of influence that you can share. You can go ahead and unmute your mic. Okay. So moving on to social media. I really want to kind of how do I say it? You know, like leverage social media the correct way, right? Because if you are just like mass texting or like, you know, blasting the information now, you know, it's kind of cheapen the idea of EXP, right? That's the reason why we call it, you know, agent attraction, not agent backing, right? So why would anyone follow you on Facebook or Instagram, right? So first of all, you know, I would do like an audit on your social media and see what kind of information that you put out onto the universe, right? Is it positive? Is it uplifting? Does it add value to other agent? So kind of think about the people that follow you on social media, right? And I do want to pull up Amy Lapman here because if you look at her social media, you know, it's just so uplifting. It's so positive. You know, she's always about team building, collaboration is a key word, and you know, it just, you know, positive, attract positivity, right? So if you put a lot of negative stuff on social media, you're gonna attract negativity. And Amy, you know, kudos to you. All I see on your social media, you know, it's just a lot of positivity energy. So if I feel down during the week or if I have a bad day, I actually want to pull up your social media and I want to take a look at it, you know, because it's just so uplifting and it just connect with people so well. Yeah, and then one thing I want to add is build a relationship to story, right? So if you sometimes, you know, when you comment on the post, you know, it's you know, everybody get to see it. It's not very personable, you know, just like you speak and then, you know, like the whole world's watching. So it's not, you know, the people on the other end, you know, they might not really they might not be receptacle to respond it. So Tuan showed me this, you know, I tried that with some of my contact, and man, when you just build relationship to story, you know, ask questions about the business, invite them to event, like the story, comment on the story, find a connection to you know, to find a connection to have a real conversation, and it's just for me, building the relationship to story is just very effective versus posting.
Everybody's quiet this morning, you guys.
Yeah.
Gotta move around.
What's up?
So Maya is ready to share her story if you want to give her, you know, a stage. Yeah.
Yeah,
So Maya, were you
absolutely.
able
Maya,
to
go
unmute
ahead.
yourself?
Hello, everyone. You guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and share, Maya.
Yeah. So I'm so grateful that I'm like a part of this team. Honestly, like for the past year, I've really praying that God will bring me like a team that I can really work with. Someone that can help me grow in my business. And so I just happened to reach out to May because I know EXP provides health insurance for their agents. So it's something that I'm considering. So I just reached out to her and she invited me to an event with Tai Jung. And so I remember when I went there, it was just like how he product his business, how he's his schedule and everything that he spoke. It's really like something that I can relate to, and it's something that I wanted to I guess put into my business, you know. And so, yeah, and then I talked to May some more, and then May also introduced me to Amanda. And so after I met up with Amanda in May for the last time, it really helps me to confirm my decisions to join EXP. Because of the models, and especially honestly, like for me, the most important factors for me to make my decisions to join EXP is like the team environment, how everybody works together, and I love how like it's not a competitions within the agents, but it's just like one person helping another person to just grow their business. It's something that I guess I haven't seen before, and it's completely attractive to me.
I love that.
Absolutely, chị Mai. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, go
So-
ahead, Mai.
So May kind of like created that experience of what it would be like to work and be with Team Legacy before you ever made the decision to come and join. I just love that.
Yes. Yeah.
So moving on, I really want to show you quickly. I'm not sure why it's not working now, but you can just find a really authentic way, using the hashtag, right? So number one on Instagram, I'm actually looking for a house for my nephew, and just I'm not sure why it's not working now, but just to the hashtag, maybe you put like realtor and Seattle, it's just going to show you a lot of people that in the business in that particular area. And what you can do is that you can reach out to them, and you can ask very and you can just ask very authentic question. Let me see if I can pull up something over here. Yeah, Scott Bunn, hey, I found you on YouTube and let me here. I do real estate in Houston, but I have a friend in Blackbird, looking for a home, right? So I've been actually helping a friend in Virginia to have a home, and I keep reaching out on a lot of social media, right? Number one, it's kind of two birds with one stone, if you will. Number one, I'm actually helping my friend to connect with a good realtor over there, and number two, I was able to connect with a lot of good real estate agent, in around that area. Let me see if I can show you this post. I know it's in Vietnamese, but you can kind of get the idea here. I was so excited about this post this morning, and yeah. So basically, we have a lot of group, and I'm sure that in your community, there's group that's specific to a topic, right? And basically, I'm just asking, for real estate agent near Virginia Tech. A couple of people tagged me. I reached out to all of them, and then I was able to reach Melissa, and she was just so excited, to talk to me. So we have a really good conversation this morning, and she's helping my friend, and she's just sending all this kind of stuff, and she even referred me, to even more real estate agent, in the part that I have no idea about, right? Blackbird, Virginia. And for him, for Bill, I can just call him and have a casual conversation like, hey, this is Hui from real estate. I got your contact, to Melissa in Virginia. How are you? I have a referral for you. And then kind of start a conversation authentic that way. One thing I want to add though is the group post, I would either find a way to add value to the group post, and then I ask for help in a group post instead of like, hey, I'm looking for agent to connect in Houston or in Texas per se, right? Authentically ask for help, and then be curious about other people business, right? Let's say I went to Greece, Greece, I really love Greece. The city really connect with me really well. I would, look for Greece, real estate agent in Greece, either to Facebook, Instagram, Google, and then I would authentically curious about their business, right? How their business doing. How's the investment in Greece, right? Does things cash flow in Greece, right? I have a really good conversation with Melissa this morning. Does things cash flow in your area? How do you make the number work? And that, not only you learn market knowledge about, from a local real estate expert, it just build relationship better that way. And then, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks, 2 weeks later or even 1 week later, you can maybe start a conversation with them about, hey, I'm looking to really expand my team into Greece. Would you be open to listen to an opportunity? I'm looking to expand my team in Virginia. Would you be open to listen to an opportunity, Melissa? I really like working with you so far. I really enjoy all the conversation that we have up until now. One thing I would say though, on the degree of connection, one-to-one person, in-person one-to-one is always the best. In-person event, if you can rally people to the event is the second best way. Three-way Zoom call, we can see face-to-face interaction. Three-way phone call, one-on-one texting, one-on-one Facebook. Linking message, Instagram, the effectiveness, if you will, is kind of go down. And then, the last is the mass group text and the mass invite on Facebook, right? I don't try to do this, unless I have to. It's kind of cheap on the idea. We have a really good product, a very prestige product, it's called eXp Realty that we can share. If you just like mass texting and mass calling people, it's kind of cheap on the idea of the whole thing, right? So after you talk with them, we need to have a way to keep track of them, and a lot of people ask about like a fancy system for me to do agent attraction. I actually Wilco shared with me the list, and I actually has been running on this list since the past couple of years, right? I don't mind sharing with you some of the agent and how I actually put the note in them. So for example, you have the agent name on the state, right? They have new, not interested, appointment set, appointment missed. Have you shared a question yet? Have them do their due diligence? Have they joined and have they say not interested at all, right? Their source, cell phone, email, the last number of follow-up, really important, because you can just pull up your list and then you can sort by the last follow-up, and then whoever that you didn't have a chance to follow up with, you can actually hit them up in the period of time. So actually, I was able to connect with all of these people either yesterday or today. For example, Melissa this morning, right? I just talked with her this morning. For absolutely, she's not going to be interested in eXp. Maybe she doesn't even know what eXp is, right? This is just for my note. I got her from the Facebook group, her cell phone, her email. You can input her later. When you talk to a lot of people, you're going to tend to forget about them. So you just have to put in really detailed note here. I tend to think that, hey, I'm going to remember everything about Melissa. I'm going to remember everything about, Nancy. I'm going to remember everything about Jason. But, the truth is I don't, right? And when you talk to like 200 people, you're going to start to lose track, of hey, what is the kid name and who's doing what. So it's always good to put detailed note, So she's very investor friendly. She likes to talk, man. She talks so much, and I just have to listen, and really, I really understand her business, right? She's willing and able to help. She has kids going to the Virginia Tech. See, so I just gather so many information just from that one conversation, and it got nothing to do with eXp, right? She has investment home, all around Virginia, and I would say, she has somewhat an eXp spirit, and I don't know how to explain it, but when you talk to people, you feel that they have a spirit of, like, hey, I'm gonna help you, regardless of the commission split, right? We didn't even mention about, hey, what is my split if I refer you something? What is my fee if I'm gonna help you with X, Y, and Z? She didn't even mention that, and she already gave me so much value, right? Those are the people with the eXp spirit, right? Those are the people that we look for in the business, right? But yeah, just a lot of note about her. She's from Coldwell Banker, and as you can see on my text message, she referred me so many people from Coldwell Banker already. Relationship score. This is something I learned from the Build Conference. It's ranked from 1 to 10. 1 meaning that I don't know them at all. For example, these agents, I don't know them at all. I saw them on social media. I reach out. We maybe exchange a couple of Facebook messages, but that's about it, right? I know nothing about their life. I know nothing about their business, right? So that, of course, it's going to be 1, right? For for Melissa, we have a good 20-minute conversation. I feel like it's a treat because I know a lot about her life and what she's doing right now and stuff like that, right? Same thing for your advocate, right? Just put them in here, and then your goal is try not to attract them, but to increase the relationship score, right? So how well do you know the agent? For example, on Sean over here, Sean is one of my good friends that I know way back in the Rich Club. I still keep in touch with him, and and all of a sudden he called me all of a sudden last week, and he told me that, like, hey, Huy Tinh is slowing down on the mobile home side. He's doing mobile home. I really love the stuff that you put to social media. I'm gonna activate my real estate license again. What is EXP is all about? Can you tell me a little bit, right? And bingo, right? That is like a really good lead, if you will. Yeah. So because I've been keeping in touch with him, I know pretty much everything that's going on about his life, his kid. I would give the relationship score a 7, right? So when the score go to a 7 or the 8, your chance of attracting that agent is really high, because now you are connecting with them on a personal level, right? But yeah, so I used instead of me explaining the EXP, explain the EXP model, which is I'm more than capable to do it, right? But I'm gonna invite him to the December 2nd event, that we're gonna do jointly with Amy, with Trisha Turner, because Trisha Turner is a big name over there, right? Everybody heard about Trisha Turner. Instead of me try to close him, I'm gonna bring him to the event, right? And then I'm gonna let the event do the heavy lifting for me. Anything you want to add on building the list, Amanda?
2 things to note here. First of all, you've got a ton of people, which is awesome. But I loved how he was talking about how, let's say Melissa's, not interested, but she's referred several people to Huy. And I have a few people who have such a high ego. They're like, oh no, I'm not going to change, even though it'd be great for them. But they've sent me their cousins and their uncles and their whole family. And so the more people, I read this book recently, and it was talking about how sometimes you don't feel well, or sometimes it was a military play, and sometimes you just are down or you need help. And the best way to be successful is to make a lot of friends who are going to be there when you just need some help, and then you can return the favor. And I feel like if you just say, hey, when you think of EXP, think of me. I'm going to share this with you. It might not be for you. It could be for you later. My only dream is that if you think of EXP, think of me, because it's different. Like 3 years ago, you had to educate people on the model. Nowadays, people are joining regardless. They might as well sign up into your group. So I love that. I think, find a way to bring value, and then just ask, who else do you need, and who else do you know that needs to have this conversation? And then one last thing is, the people who I've met that have been doing real estate for 5 or 10 years, or their team leaders or their brokerages, it's a different conversation. They don't even care about, some people sign up and they don't even know what the splits are, but we start to talk to them about being a mentor or being a coach or making an impact or being something more than just a team leader to 10 people. And that's something so powerful that they can't get somewhere else. So I love that. Make a big list.
Yep, make a big list, and like Jeff said, you can either just very simple use a Google Sheet, or you can now you move on to a fancy method, right? We have KV Core. You can actually input this agent on the KV Core, and then you can hashtag them the agent. You can assign them a RIP campaign. You can all kind of do a fancy stuff with it. But the first step is to have a list, right? And for me, I like using the Google Sheet because it's fast. I can just pull up, I can just pull it up, on my phone or anywhere. And then, later on, we're going to talk about a web chart. I sync a list, with my web chart, and make sure, 2 of them is up to date. There's another tool I use. It's called CM Grow. Y'all can look into it. This tool is just like KV Core, but it's specially designed for EXP agents. So when you sign up for it, it's already have a lot of the template, that is, very, I would say, agent attraction friendly. You can just swap the template, with your personal video. Maybe we can touch a little bit about BombBomb, but if you can just personalize it, with your BombBomb video, and then, the moment when you talk to the agent, the moment you invite them to the event, you put them into CM Grow, and then, let the system do the work for you, right? Hey, my name is Huy. Thank you so much for coming to the event. I'm here with Amanda, just in case you need to be, you need us to provide any resource, stuff like that. Yeah, so don't modify the drip campaign, personalize it with personalize it with your video, and then go from there. Yep. Yeah, so getting to the end of the meeting here, I would like to share this calendar because I don't want anybody to work on this 8-hour day, right? I mean, you can, but I believe if you just work on it a little bit every day, the result will get multiply, right? So in the morning you can build your list, and then maybe 15 minutes after that, you can use a list to invite people to event, or on a one-on-one call. If you have a chance to sit on a one-on-one call with either me or Amanda, you're gonna see how powerful it is. Weekly, and then of course, we have the weekly team training here. So always make an effort, to attend the weekly team training here. If you are a leader, you should block your time to check with the leader, check with your leader, check with your frontline agent. I'm actually not not good on social media, so I actually have to block time, to actually make posts on your social media, right? Very intentional posts that related to you and your business. And then, but yeah, you build your list, you invite them, you have to follow up with your list. So I usually give a 45-minute on a Thursday, just to follow up with your list, update your Excel spreadsheet, update your CRM, and invite one-on-one, right? In-person event, right? We have amazing in-person event. And I believe that in any city, in any town, you will have an EXP event. So find out who is the event leader in that town, in that company, and then, gather people, rally people to that event, right? And then you're going to see the magic of the event. For those that is, a builder or leader, we should block a time to do a welcome call to all the new agent in the group. It's personalize the relationship, right? Check in with all the frontline, like I told you to. And then one of my favorite way to do is to plug into the system, right? We don't know how good EXP is. We don't know how good Team Legacy is unless we start to plug in and we start to use the resource that EXP provides us, the resource that Amanda and Jeff provided us. So I always make an effort, at 10 o'clock on a Friday, EXP have an amazing leadership meeting followed right by my iConversation. I always create a lot of value and a lot of inspiration from the Friday meeting. So I always attend them, right? And then the moment you attend them, the more you understand more about a company, the more you're going to be able to share, the information, with all the agents in a very authentic way. Anything?
Looking at your calendar, I love what Jeff said. People ask Jeff, they're like, "Oh, how did you guys do that?" Or how do you sell so many houses or whatever? And he goes, "I'm always just kind of doing it all the time, And so for agent attraction, you're just always kind of, mentioning EXP, you're kind of finding, agents who need support or finding ways to bring value kind of all the time, as you go out and about. So don't overcomplicate it. I texted Huy actually, I think yesterday, and I said, now that we're kind of growing bigger, I've almost done the opposite. I'm simplifying life, because you see all these like bells and whistles and you want to do all these different things, and you ask people the systems and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so much. I don't even know where to start. And so the only thing I've committed to is 5 meetings a week. Like that's 5 Zooms or coffee dates or conversations or just touches, right? And then to bring on 2 people personally to my group per month. And that I can do it, like going to all these different things, you kind of work those in and you weave them in. But if you could just make a list, because I know next week we're all going to talk about the art of invitation. If you could just work on, making a list of 25 or 50 people, that if you call, they'd go, "Oh, hey, Brenda, how's it going?" Or, "Oh my gosh, I haven't heard from you. How are things going?" And then just start to say what your must are to hit your thing. And it could just be as simple as, I must have 3 meetings a week. That's not so scary to commit to, but the monumental growth of 3 meetings a week equals what, 12 a month and 100 and something, a year. It really adds up.
Yep. Yep. 2 agent a day. That's what I tell people. Just prospect, talk to 2 agent a day that you don't normally talk to. If you can talk to 2 agent a day, that would be 2 times 5. Yeah, that would be tens a week, right? And that would be 40 a month. Like, can you imagine talking to 40 agent a month? Just by spending 20 minutes per day, Monday to Friday. Take Saturday and Sunday off. You will see the impact. It's slow at first. Don't get me wrong. But then just like a snowball, you're gonna see the ripple effect of it, and the moment before you notice, it's become something that you cannot even imagine. I would say. So anyway, so your homework, we do have homework. You have your list. You have the spreadsheet I gave you, or using CRM, using KB Core, have a list of 100 agents, right? Because if you don't have a list, then there's no way for us to work on the invitation. The people you want to do business with, right? So and make it an effort. Every morning, work out for 20 minutes. Before you wake up, bring your cup of coffee, do your morning, do your miracle morning, and then reach out to 2 agents a day. If you wake up early, prospect on the West Coast, or some of the agents, they tend to respond in the morning. Reach out to 2 agents a day. Doesn't matter what time it is. That would be so that would be an equivalent of 10 people a week, right? If you want to split things up, do 4, that's 20 on your list. By make a list of 100 and reach out to 20 of them on by the next week. And like I told you, don't try to attract have a recruitment mindset, right? Try to improve this thing. It's called a relationship score, right? How well do you know them? And then if you can get it to a 7 or 8, the attraction come naturally. The Bible, I think this is my 10th time reading this book, and I still getting so much value from the book. It's called Building an Empire. It's not a real estate book, but a lot of the stuff that we do is related to the skill that we learn. Is this book is going to be a lot of the book is going to relate to us. So building an empire, I would suggest to listen to it. The author actually read it to you. So when you're on a car, instead of a radio, TV show, listen to the book, right? Turn your car into like a mobile university. So anything else you want to add, Amanda? I would say stay plugged in and updated. There's the EXP newsletter and workplace, especially the newsletter that Sydney sent out right now is so good. The Facebook group that we're in, that way we can update your event. And please personally call and invite and promote the event into, always, if you have a group, it's always personal. It's a lot more personal to invite and promote, using a call and plug your agent in.
I love that. I would totally like we said, make a list of a ton of people, and then next week we'll kind of go over how to invite them, what to say. For me, I'm always nervous of like, oh, what do I say? And am I going to say the right thing? But just having this idea of, hey, how's it going? How can I help you? I'm doing a really cool class on Thursday at 11 Central, the same Team Legacy Zoom, and it's just a whole business build out. So if you talk to someone, you're like, hey, have you built out your 2023, or was last year amazing, or do you want it to be better? I've got a mentor, a business partner who's teaching this amazing class, and you're going to walk away with a spreadsheet of exactly what your business plan is. Last time we had over 100 people show up, and 65 of them were not with EXP. So it's an awesome recruiting play, but it's also going to bring them a lot of value, and it's a really easy phone call to make. So after you have your list, you'll have something easy to invite them to, but every single week we have an event.
Perfect. And I want to end the class with this. This is the daily affirmation that related to agent attraction that I read every day. So Amanda, you can do this with me. Everybody, if you want to open up the mic and do this with me, you can. Or you can just mute and do it by yourself, right? So this is the stuff that I read to myself every day, right? I am building my own financial empire by using the only vehicle I know, real estate. I know by focusing my heart, my energy, my passion, action on attracting agents every day, I'm building my dream and I'm financially independent. I am a leader of people. I am changing thousands of lives. There's no other place that where I can have fun, help others, and get rich while doing so. I am the top recruiter in my company today, right? People are dying to be on my team. I get people to see the presentation every day, the opportunity every day. When all they reject, they do not reject me. They simply do not understand. And for that, I do not blame them, right? This is really important. You cannot blame people for turning you down, right? I remain and I resolve to help every person to realize that they need to be a part of this movement. I am a champion, a warrior for freedom. I'm an expert recruiter. I'm a caring teammate, and I'm a fearless leader. I am because I say I am, and today I will find the next me.
Wow, I love it.
So, yeah, I would suggest you to read that to yourself in front of the mirrors every day. And I don't know, you can call that magic, you can call that science, but this stuff works, right? One guy, he told me, you know, you want to be broke and look cool, or you want to be hooky, you know, looks kind of funny and look and be rich, right? So I read the stuff every day in front of the mirror. It wakes Jenny up, you know, it drove her like, you know, I'm trying to sleep, but it worked. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, can't wait for the next class. We're gonna mastermind on how to do the invitation. And I believe if you can just master the art of invitation, man, if you can just, you know, sit people in front of me, in front of Amanda, in front of Jeff, that's all you need to do. And, you know, yeah, and your business, you know, your Asian attraction business is gonna explode.
So exciting. I only need everyone to bring on one business partner for meeting my goal next year. We got this. Here to help.
Right, we got this. Okay,
Wait,
well, thank you guys. Go ahead.
Can you copy and paste that daily affirmation, add it to that Google sheet that you sent out? That way they can have it maybe on a new
Oh
tab.
yeah, absolutely. Let me do that. Where's the empty sheet? This one.
I'm building out a consolidated one. So we'll have like a business planning, 30 free ways to lead generate, prospects for rev share, scripts to say, and then affirmation. So by the end of the week,
Perfect.
shop. This is awesome.
Perfect. Okay.
Do you think you can share that to us? I don't know. Is there any way that we can? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the chat, so you can just you know, grab the link on the chat now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes, so you know, I really want to open up the mic because you know, agent attraction is about conversation, right? So you just need to learn how to have conversation with people. So if you're working on anything, running into any issue, need help on script, you know, let me know. You know, everybody is here to help. If not, and then we can close this down, and then I see you on next week with the art of the invite.
So all Tuesdays, right? Every Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Yeah, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. for the next 6 weeks. So it's like a sprint. You know, we're just gonna sprint with this for 6 weeks. Build your list. You know, your list of 100 people, super important. And then, you know, that way, you know, not only, you know, we can only learn when we practice, right? So, you know, everybody here can just, you know, see me do thing and listen to, you know, the Zoom call. But if you don't take action, nothing is going to work. So, you know, yeah. So build your list. You know, I need to, Andrea, I need to see your list of 100 people, right?
Okay.
If you don't have 100 people, it's, you know, and it's yeah, just give me a list of 100 people. Let me help you.
Okay. Okay. I'll work on that.
Since we have a couple minutes, I would love to hear, you know, Hui and I, as you know, we've already have hundreds of people in our group, and we've kind of overcome those objections and gotten uncomfortable and grown and proof that this happens. But for those of you who are on this that are going to keep showing up each week, I would just love to hear, what do you hope to get out of this, and where do you see yourself, you know, growing, or where kind of are you where we can help? I'd love to hear from some people, because we've all started exactly where you are.
5 years ago, you know, I started with 0, right? I'm not even a capping agent in EXP, right? I have capped my first year, and then, you know, just to, you know, consistent working on a sheet like this, you know, you just adding 1 or 2 people to your database every day, and it turned into something you can never imagine. Yeah.
I think, what is the database that you use? The Grow CRM or the KB Core for this?
Yeah, we I honestly think that, you know, Andrea, if you can just stick to the Excel spreadsheet, you know, it's just the easiest way to start. Yeah. So don't right now, right now, what I would say, when I would say when your group is, below 100 people, don't even think about any kind of system, right? It's just a lot of, a lot of effort, and things can be simplified without a lot of cost. And you can just rely on an Excel spreadsheet and the web chart to build it up all the way to 100. When you get to 100, and then you can start, adding more fancy stuff like website, CRM, RIP campaign and stuff like that.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna start working on it. I want to use your affirmations because I want to be like you and Amanda one day.
Yeah. And one thing before I forgot, right? I keep telling, I keep promoting Bomb because it's really worked for me. It not only it helped me get buyer and sell a deal, but a lot of the time, well, I'm an introvert, right? I'm an introvert. A lot of time we just don't want to call people and actually have like a conversation. Just send them a Bomb video, right? It's a lot easier for you to talk on, in front of the camera, and then just send it off. Nobody have to see it. It's just between me and Andrea, right? Hey, Andrea, it was so good talking to you. Thank you so much for educating me about the rental market in Virginia, Black Bus today. I'm really looking forward to connect with you next week. Until then, if you need anything in Houston, please let me know. I'm here to help. Boom, 30 seconds, send it out.
Yeah,
I guarantee you they watch it. Right? I guarantee you people will watch it. And and with Bomb, the cool thing with Bomb is that you can actually know when they are watching and how long they are watching. All my 30-second video, yeah. All my 30-second video, people they watch it all the way to the end.
Awesome. Yeah, I will work on that. I'm very excited because I mean, maybe that's what I need. Like maybe like learn from you, and at the same time being accountable. You always need accountability. I mean, for me, I always need accountability to succeed.
Oh yeah. Wow. Talking about accountability, right? Pick a running mate, and I would like to prefer that is not your sponsor, your direct sponsor, because your sponsor already done so much with you, right? So you exactly like Andrea, kind of pick an like a running mate, if you will, just like me and Amy, right? We are not in each other rev share group, but we keep like texting each other all the time. Me and Nguyen, we went to the conference, we know each other, so they kind of keep me accountable, right? So we actually touch each other, like our rev share group, the amount of money that we actually make, we text and we keep in touch with each other, and we keep each other accountable, right? Hey, Luann, have you met your phone today? Hey, Amy, have you met your social media post today? And then they're going to do the same to you. So kind of find a running mate, in the company. It could be a sponsor, but I would prefer that to be a different person, so that way your sponsor can do more stuff for you, right? Yeah. So pick a running mate, and man, it's just more fun doing it with other people. This is a team sport. This is not a solo sport.
Okay. Thank you for the advice.
Yep.
Thank you, Hui, for organizing this. I'm excited for next week.
Okay, well, next week is going to be even better, but yeah, looking forward to it, and I see everybody on next week. I'm going to prepare some good stuff, maybe with some live call that we can, just try it out and see.
Thank you, Hui.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Hui, last question.
Oh,
hello.
Yeah, what's up, my man?
Hey, Hui. Well, yeah, sorry. Last questions. So how do you pick up line for, like start a conversation with because when we talk to an agent, we have a mindset of, helping that agent or try recruiting that agent to a better opportunities. So when you're talking to that agent, what is your pickup line? Like, how do you start a conversation initially?
See, Kevin, I'm so glad you asked me this question, because if you worry about a pickup line, it means that you have commission bread, right? Listen to Gene Frederick. The best script, Kevin, is how are you, right? How is your business? How is the market in Virginia Black Bus?
Okay.
There's no pickup line. It got nothing to do with you. It got nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with that agent and their business and how they are doing. And you have to be curious about their business, because, before they start to be curious about you, right? So if you worry about pickup line, if you worry about like script, if you worry about what you're going to say, it's just, you're going to have commission bread, and the other agent on the other side, they pick it up really fast, right? So you have to kind of get out of that mentality, get out of your head, if you will, and just start focusing all the energy on the other agent and don't complicate it. This is why I love Gene Frederick. If you look at all the agent, all the big attractor, I love Gene Frederick the most because his script is how are you? And then you shut up and then you listen to them. That's all.
You say Jim Fabric?
Gene Frederick. Gene Frederick.
Gene. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
you took a picture with him.
Thank you
in
very
the
much,
Build
Em.
conference. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin, there's no
Oh, okay.
script.
Okay, that's
Yeah, that's him. There's no script.
Just
you
go
know,
natural.
there's
Okay.
no, yep, just how are you, right? How are you doing? How's business? And just
Okay.
authentically be curiously interested in people, right? And then the more you do that, you know, the more natural it is for you to have a conversation and actually put, you know, just like buyer and seller, you put the interest of the other agent before you. There's no script for that.
Okay. Gotcha. That's a golden nugget. Thank you
Yep.
very much, Anh.
Yep. Sounds good. Cool. That is a really good question. I wish you asked that in the beginning. Kind of get me loosened up. Cool.
That's wonderful. Thank you
All
very
right.
much, everybody.
Okay, we're gonna end the meeting now, and looking forward to see everybody on the next call. See ya.
Thank you, Hui.